Welcome to the Wisdom That Breathes channel. Across all our platforms, we try to share wisdom which is relevant and accessible to everyone. But on this particular platform, we go deeper into some of the ancient principles found within the scriptures. If you find some of the terminology difficult or inaccessible, then go over to our Keshava Swami YouTube channel where you'll be able to find other content which is perhaps more relatable. Thank you and enjoy the wisdom that breathes.
This is a circle. It's beautiful. Everybody can perceive and see each other. So we're supposed to go back to Vrindavan. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. Because everything, whatever we do, ultimately has to bring us to Krishna. Because Bhagavatam explains, whatever you do, if ultimately it doesn't bring you close to dharma or it doesn't bring you close to detachment, ultimately to the service to Vaishnavas, it's decoration of dead body. Nahi yat karma dharmaya na viragaya kalpate, nahi yat tirtha sevaya jivan api mrityu saha. It's like, looks like alive, but actually a dead body. This material world is like this only nowadays, I can see. It's very, very much active, looks like alive, but this is decoration of dead body. And what reminds to me, many people now, they go losing, hope. What we're going to do to discuss with you, that discussion will give us hope. It gives hope to me, and that hope I'm sharing with you today, my experience. Because when devotee coming together, we are sharing our experience. Buddhayantas parasparam tushyanti charamanti cha. In Harvard University, they had the experiment, that Professor, Kurt Russell, so they make experiment, perhaps some of you heard about this. They took the rat, 2 rats. One is domestic rat, which is, like pet rat, and one is wild rat. And they put both rats in the glass of water. So they were struggling. And the wild rat got drowned in 15 minutes. Actually, they give up their hope for the life, and they drown. But domestic, which was, rat which was staying at home and was, taken care, was lasting a long time, 60 minutes. But what they have done, actually that experiment was shown, when they took that rat, which is wild rat, before this rat drowned, just 1 minute before, almost hopeless case, they picked it up and dried, gave some food, gave some hope, gave some care. And then when it became fresh again they dropped. Second round, they dropped again in the water. And second round, guess how long this rat was lasting? More than 60 minutes already. Why? Because this time, this rat got a hope that they're going to save me again. When somebody getting hope, we can last much longer. You see? This is the power of hope. When Srila Prabhupada came to America, he came and he said, I came to save you. And somebody said, what? Shave or save? Prabhupada said, both. Prabhupada came to save us. And you see, once he was walking in the Juhu beach, on the sea beach, morning walk. And he saw one guy was walking with some dog, small one, house dog. And Prabhupada said, this is Sanat. And then he saw big dog, dubla patla, big one, but no master. And Prabhupada said, this is Anat. It means Anat. It is doesn't belong to anyone. And this small dog was so brave because it was walking with a boss. So started very boldly barking at the street dog, though it was very big. Whoa, 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 whoa. And this big dog, in spite of being big in size, put the punch, tail, and run away. So Prabhupada said, see, this is the difference, Sanat and Anat. Dog which belonged to somebody become fearless. And in third canto Bhagavatam, when Kardama Muni Devahuti, when Kardama Muni, he got all these austerities, and Devahuti very selflessly was serving to Kardama Muni. Then after some times, Kardama Muni got compassion. Okay, now I am very pleased with your selfless service. She was a princess of, Manu, Putri. But then became, okay, I'll show you my opulence. Look, I'll share with you my tapasya. I'll share with you my spiritual credit. And he just gave it to her. Look how beautiful they are. And so she took bath in the lake and they, wow, transformation. And Prabhupada writes there, very interesting point, that husband and wife compared to the disciple and guru. Guru and disciple compared to the wife and husband. When the wife is chaste and and husband is potent, definitely baby will be born. Similarly, when guru is bona fide and disciple is chaste and faithful, then bhakti will be born. And the first quality, how to understand that we're getting mercy. Anyone remembers or anybody can have experience? What is the first symptom Prabhupada writes there by which we can understand that we are getting mercy? Checklist. First quality, become fearless. Swarga, pavarga, narakesh, api tulyartha darshinaha. You can go to hell, no problem. If, like the story of the gopi, Gopi's story, take our dust, take. As long as Krishna's headache is not there, but you go to hell, that's fine. If Krishna's head will stop paining for 1 second, we are ready to go to hell forever, no problem. That's Gopi Bhav. They can fearlessly go anywhere. So we're going to discuss with you today what I'm going to share. What is the hope? We discussed today that people, they don't want to stay in train station. Everybody want to have home to stay. We don't want organization to be like a train station. People, as I say, ayaram, gayaram. People coming, getting some facilities and jumping in their train and going to different direction. And every year I'm coming to temple or some community and I can see new faces. And old people, hey. No, new people, neophyte, new fight. So we need mature community which is going deep down in realization, and we want to have a family. Family means father and mother, I love you. Family. So this is our tumeva mata chepita tumeva. We have our father. Tisham brahma mahadunir aham bijak pradah pita. So before we discuss this and before we go into the diving deep to get that hope, we have to hold for the hope. We have to hold. In human life, we have a gift, an opulence, and treasure. The true devotees of the Lord who want to give Him pleasure. Keep Guru's order in the heart. Example His behold. To whom you meet, give Krishna's feet. 2 lotuses to hold. Don't worry profit or the loss. Surrender life to Supreme Boss. And far and wide, try spread His fame by chanting sweet and holy name. That's like that. Just like that. And we're going to clap very enthusiastically, right? Because we're going to invite, before we're going to embark for such an important topic, very important topic, trust me, your life will never be the same from today's discussion. I can give you guarantee. Because sometimes, and we brought for you, like nowadays, a war going on, war. And sometimes this guy is putting the bombs inside the underground, bomb filled. And when you're going, I remember Indradyumna Maharaj was sharing, they went to Sri Lanka, the Tamil tigers, there's some, and they were driving at night after Footful Life, and they had to stop the car at night already, because some nature call. Maharaj said, okay, I want to go to the field, nature call. And driver stopped the car, and Maharaj just went in the field. And driver, as a service attitude, he wanted to put light to Maharaj, so just to shh. And when he was turning the car, just to make sure that light is there. Because, snakes and whatever, anything can be there. So he put the light. While turning the car, he noticed that there is some sign, mind field and skeleton, So he said, Maharaj, stop! Whenever you are, kahi bhi ho, like in Kumbh Mela. Whenever you are, just stop. This is a mind field. And Maharaj, he forgot about nature call, everything. Just, are you kidding? I said, it's true. So he went there. I said, don't move, please. So far you saved yourself. Who knows what will be next step? You never know. So many slips between cup and lips. So they had to go to the headquarters of Tamil Tigers. They have to get the map. And then they had to take him out from the, 1 step back, 2 steps right, One step forward. Oh, sorry, no, back. Back or right? What is this? One mistake can be fatal. So similarly, we somehow are stuck in this material world. We're stuck here. Somehow, I don't know. Punarapi jananam we stuck really. It's not even too much. It's too much already. But how to get out from here? How to get out from here? So we got for you, especially with our team, Shri Jishnu Prabhu, and we have team, we compose one book. It's called Hold, Home of Love and Devotion book. Analysis of Vaishnava Aparadha. Because so many bombs. And if you step on one of these bombs, so Bhakti Sarvanash. Maybe you can take another. Like, nowadays people coming to spiritual master and saying, Guru Maharaj, what service I can do? Guru Maharaj, go for book distribution. Wrong guess, Guru Maharaj, try again. So, beginning from Guru Avagya and Sadhu Ninda and whatnot. Wrong guess, Guru Maharaj, try again. Because we want what we want. We want the top thing, best quality, quickly and ideally free. Doesn't work like that. We have to pay the price. Of course, not money. We need to pay some another price. What is that price? We can discuss today. Okay? So prepare your hands. We're going to invite Krishna. We have very limited time. And but without him, we cannot start. So let's invite him and let's transfer ourselves, to Vrindavan. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Bala Bhagiri Varadhari Jaya Radha Madhava Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Yashoda Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Bala Bhagiri Varadhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So, okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. It's so nice actually. I really love to give this example. In Nepal, they have national anthem. Sayutunga fulko hami yeuta mala Nepali. So it means we are all different like flowers. But what we are united by, it's thread inside, which keeping us together. So that's why Krishna sutre mani ganaiva. Krishna is that thread which keeping us together. Yadi Gaura na hoita tab ki hoita. And for us, of course, Srila Prabhupada keeping us together. Because if Srila Prabhupada, yadi Prabhupada na hoita, definitely, at least myself, I will not be here. How come? So we have to be grateful, and spiritual life usually starts with a gratitude, because if you're not grateful, you are great. Correct. So we see Srila Prabhupada gave us this wonderful family. Really. In human life, we have a gift. This is a gift. Tulay malavinapina swargam na punarbhava bhagavat sanga sangasya martyanam kimutasisaha. Bhagavatam mentioned 2 times the shloka mentioned. Tulay malavinapina swargam. We cannot compare association of devotees with any opulence of heavenly planets. What to speak about these material planets, opulence? Nothing can be compared. Why? Because in the association of devotees, manas smareta shupatir gunam ste. We can remember Krishna. And remembering Krishna, Kunti Maharani says, means no birth and death anymore. So let whatever happens, happens, but we need this association of devotees. And Parikshit Maharaj, he asking 3 things. I want attachment to Lord Jagannath, Achyuta. I want association of devotees. And Maitra Astu Vishwasanamod Vijay Bihana. I want friendly relationship with all living entities. That's what we have already. We have association of devotees. We have Krishna. And we have wonderful, friendly relationships. So we're already blessed. And we have to be grateful. So I would like to start today's discussion actually with one nice poem which I like very much. This poem called The Dash. I read of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of the friend. He referred to the dates of her tombstone from beginning to the end. He noted that first came her date of birth and spoke the following with the tears. But he said that what matters the most of all was the dash between those years. For the dash represents all the time she spent on earth. And now only those who loved her know what that little line was worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters is how we live and love and how we spend our dash. So think about this long and hard. Are there things you would like to change? For you never know how much time is left that you can still be rearranged. If we could just slow down enough to consider what is true and real and always try to understand what the way the other people feel, and be less quick to judge and anger, and show appreciation more, and love the people in our lives like we'd never loved before. If we treat each other with respect, and more often wear the smile, remembering that this special dash might only last a little while. So when your eulogy has been read with your life's action to rehash, would you be proud of the things they say about how you spend your dash? So this is a dash. Very, very much sometimes insignificant small line, but that's the point. How did we live? And everybody of us, we would like to leave footprints behind for the next generation. Not butt prints, but footprints. We don't, it's international society movement, right? We have movement. It's not international seating for Krishna consciousness. It's international movement. And Prabhupada said, if you really want to remain in the light of the sun, you have to learn how to move with the sun. Otherwise, you'll be left behind in the shadow. So nowadays, we can see people, Srila Prabhupada, he's a messenger of goodwill. How he changed my life, I'm sure that we have thousands of stories. How he changed all of our hearts. How he was able to touch so many hearts. And Srila Prabhupada was selfless. Ahaituki apartihata. He was selfless. He gave himself. Swaha, pranayar arthairthiya vacha shriyas acharanam sada. He gave everything of himself. Nothing keep for himself. And we can see this last 77. Yesterday we saw Yadubar Prabhu was showing Vishaka Mataji. How Prabhupada was lying in the bed till last breath. So, we have to appreciate Vaishnava association, modes of nature. He's still teaching. Like Kshatriya, fighting. And even head cut off and still hand is moving. Like that. Hopefully to cut down somebody else. To make one more devotee. Selfless. Opposite to material consciousness. There is one example. Some invaders came to America. And they captured Red Indians. And Red Indians had so much gold. And when they realized, they started to hide this gold in some secret places. So some English guy captured one English red Indian. Where is it? Where is the treasure? Tell us. Where is the treasure? He was just like, keep quiet. He bind him. Tell me. Tell me. And this translator, local translator, another translator, Englishman, he knew their language. Translate to him. If he will not tell us the secret place, where is the treasure, we'll kill him. So this translator, tell us, immediately tell us, otherwise he will kill you. So this guy became so scared. Okay, it's there, 5 meters there, 10 meters there, it's under the tree. He told everything. So this Englishman asking him to translate. So, did he tell him? Tell, what did he tell? He told that you kill him better. He said, he just kill him. He said he doesn't want to tell, you kill him. So point is that when somebody getting treasure or some information about treasure, they don't want to share with anyone. That's the point. In material world, when people getting some facilities, some anti-vaccination and an antidote and an antivirus, they're not very easy sharing with everyone. But devotees, they are open book. Whatever they got, what they bought, they selling for the same. They just giving everyone. Ahaitukya pratihatayatma suprasidati. That's called nirmat saranam satam. They're non-envious. They're just trying to share this. So Srila Prabhupada, he got this treasure. Yam swanubhavam akilam shruti saramekam. The essence of all the Vedas, Prabhupada just distributed to everyone. Once Srila Burijan Maharaj, he said, Prabhu, he was telling us, we were doing Bhakti Vaibhava in Vrindavan, and he said, me and Jagatarini Mataji, we were sitting in Philippines with Prabhupada. And Prabhupada told him, Burijan, what is my heartfelt desire? Actually. He said, yes, Prabhupada, what is your desire? He said, I wish that each and every living entity in this material world should be Krishna conscious. That's my desire. And wow, and tears came from his eyes, Such a compassion, titikshava, karunika, suhridam sarvadehinam. So that was desire. Then Burijan Prabhu looked at all of us, students, and said, do you think that all of you will not be able to get some small space in such a huge plan of Srila Prabhupada to assist him? Take small space somewhere in that universal plan and assist Srila Prabhupada. Take responsibility, because responsibility is responsibility. So nowadays, Prabhupada, he took the road less traveled and, do something that has never been done before. Prabhupada had done something which nobody did. That's a very famous story. It was a job which everybody could do, and everybody thought that somebody will do the job which anybody can do. And everybody thought that somebody will do the job which anybody can do, but nobody did what everybody thought everybody can do, but nobody did it. Everybody thought that this is, Gauranga Prabhu was telling this is, Mr. Kapoor thought, who will be able to do that? Not you. One crazy disciple of his Guru Maharaj, he will do that. Who? Me? No, not you. So Srila Prabhupada, he understood that this society, this is nunam pramatta kurute vikarma yat indriya prithaya prinoti. This is suicide, misdirected civilization. People actually watering the tree on which they're going to hang themselves. True. Prabhupada said in 1973, this material civilization going to be destroyed in 50 years. Prabhupada said that. I mean, it's never late to take a U-turn, however long you're traveling in the wrong direction. In Hindi they say, Jab jage tab sabera. We have to open our eyes, because nowadays modern society going in the wrong direction. You see? Andha nate vidusvartha gatim hi vishnum durasaya hi bahiratha manina andhayantandarupaniyamanas tipishatantre murdam nibandaha. One blind leading another blind, and both of them, they're going to fall down in the ditch. In the well, they're going to drown, both of them. So like that. And nowadays people, all these peace agreements in conventions in United Nations. Prabhupada said, we are, they're using money which they didn't earn to buy the products they don't need to please people they don't like. That's modern civilization. There's smiling faces, crying hearts. So that's not what we want. We have so many means to cross the wall, but we're misusing that. Dushkritinam mudha. So people misusing this means, so many artificial intelligence and whatnot. iPhone, iPod, iTouch, iPad, and iPad, So people busy, and this is our life. Look at this. Uh-oh. I, sound? Anyway, this is our life, you see. Is it sound there? It's so funny actually. I found this so cute. Sometimes life giving you lemon, but we have to learn how to make it lemonade. No? So we have to, this is to be positive. So I give you this example of the rats, right? So when you're dropping, and if it's not taken care by anyone, it's losing hope. But when you're giving a little bit hope, ray of hope, we can last much longer. That's why this sense of belonging. We belong to this wonderful family. We are fighting. Prabhupada said, this ISKCON is nothing but declaration of war to Maya. And when you are alone, very difficult to survive, however great fighter you may be. But when we are together, you know, team, together everyone achieves more. So this is the realization which we're going to share, how to create those wonderful transcendental teams which will not let each other down. And you know, what is the hold? Means we have to use principle of hearing, open heart, loyalty, and dedication. Of course, each and every word I can tell you stories and jokes, and but we have very limited time. I am still squeezing myself. Hopefully, I am not rushing too much. So this is a hold. And community is about trust. It's about trust. It's about ability to listen. Like Prabhuji was telling today, Prabhupada was listening. Needs, interest, concern, and expectations. We have to understand the needs. I was giving the seminar, 5A battery of successful relationships. It's not the time for discussion today, but 5A batteries. Who don't know, I'll tell you. 5A battery of successful relationships in family, in organization, in countries. A stands for available. Second A for attentive to the needs, interests, concern, and expectations of others. Attentive. We have to be careful. We have to understand what people feel. It's called empathy. I feel what you feel. Para dukkha dukkhi, para sukha sukhi. Sympathy means I know what you feel. I read in Bhakti Shastra. I know in Bhagavatam. I know what you feel. But empathy is I feel what you feel. It's like, big heart required for that. We have to listen to understand people's needs, interests, and concern and expectations. Respect, very important. Respect to the woman, respect to the children, respect to the elderly people, to the saintly people. Influence, and genuine care. People say, don't care how much you know, really. Really. People say, don't care how much you know. People say, want to know how much you care. How much you're available. Friend in need, friend indeed. I was visiting California. I went to I was in San Francisco. I went to the Silicon Valley and we visited wonderful community of Shilo Vaisheshika Prabhu. And I went to Redwood Forest. Very famous example. But I went and I saw two huge trees. One tree like slope. They're 3,000 years old. Big. Like they displaying this all the lines. You can huge, cut of the tree. Huge one. So it requires many people to just hold it together like this. And amazingly enough, these trees, they have very, very shallow roots, very like few meters only. Not very deep root like in, 100 meters. Like in this, I was in Bahrain, there's one tree of life in the desert. Nothing is growing, but only one tree with huge roots down, hundreds of meters. So, but in Kali Yuga, we don't have that deep-rooted understanding of Shastra, we don't have deep-rooted relationships, but they're growing together as a team. So what is the catch? They're growing together, motherly tree and many, trees around. And interesting enough, they're growing and then under the ground, they interlocked with the roots together. They're holding each other under the ground. And this is like place of the hurricanes and Rita and Catherine hurricanes, uprooting the skyscrapers. But this tree forest growing for thousands of years, nothing happens to them. Why? Because that's what we discussed yesterday. We have to make from me, we have to make we. Because we are together. This is a hold principle. So it said, if you want to go fast, you have to go along. But if you want to go far, we have to go together. This is very, very important to understand. And I was sharing again, I was in California, in Chicago. This is a photo from airport of Chicago. This is I saw wonderful billboard. And there's like, explained, this is a orchestra there, and there's one director of orchestra. Dun, 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 dun. And it's written there, feel the pulse of orchestra. Because the leader, he has to really feel the pulse of all players. You know, we are like one family. It's about to be very personal. Very personal. People say, don't expect people to lend their helping hand unless you'll be able to touch their heart. This is a qualification of leader. And I was saying, Prabhupada said, we are creating leaders for modern society. We are creating brahmanas. Every one of us should become leader in a family, in community, for the whole world to show the direction. Jnana dipena bhashvataha. And you can never become the leader of orchestra unless you have a guts to show you back to the public. Sometimes you have to swim against the current of modern life. People saying we are crazy and we are saying they are crazy. Who is crazy? So we have to have a guts to depend on each other. Dependence, independence, and interdependence. So this is itself very deep topic. And Prabhupada used to give the story about the bundle of sticks. Bundle of sticks, one stick very easy to break, but together very difficult to break. So this is a bundle of stick. How to stay together? There are some principles. How to create this very strong hold. Today was Pranabandhu Prabhu and other devotees, hey, like in football. Before they start competition, you know, this the sense of team has to be there. Then we can fight any battle as long as we are together. Remember, this is movies, Gladiator. I was giving a seminar to the GBC college. You know, shield and sword of spiritual warrior. Shield and sword, you know, shield and sword. Shield stands for Shraddha, holy name, intelligence, enthusiasm, love, and discipline. Shield. That's what protects us. Dadati pratigrihnati utsahanishya dharyat, etc., etc. Shraddhanusari bhakti adhikari. And sword, chindanti shastrani, sword of knowledge, means shastra, willpower, optimism, relationships, and dust from lotus feet of Vaishnavas. Padarajobhishekam niskinchananam navrinitayavat. That's what actually can cut all the obstacles in our life, can protect us. And if you can see, gladiators, when they are fighting, they're making some formation, tortoise formation, and they're putting shield together. Hold together, hold! Nobody can penetrate them. So this is actually, ISKCON is such a formation. And it is explained by Benjamin Franklin, nothing is impossible for the group of people for whom does not matter who will take the credit. Whoever close to the gate, just give him pass. Because once we won, everybody will get golden medal, isn't it? No selfishness. Because people selfish. They always want for themselves. By the way, man is full. When it's hot, he wants cool. When it's cool, he wants hot. He always wants what is not. Because they're selfish. You know that story, one guy came to the hospital and he wanted to take something from the hospital. And it was like written, some sign was there. We cure all diseases. And it cost us, 100 rupees only. If we will not cure your disease, we will give you 500 rupees. So one guy, very smart. He was, very smart guy, selfish. I want to get something. So he came to the doctor and said, Doctor, I lost my taste. Because they will never be able to cure my taste. And they have to pay me 500 rupees, okay? So doctor said, you lost the taste. Okay, sit down. And he said, there's some nurse. Bring me bottle number 20, please. So this guy brings, and this guy, try. He says, this is the petrol. This is petrol. Oh, you got the taste, right? Okay, very good. So this guy was, no, he cheated me. Okay, badla leta hu na. So next day he came, I will make such a disease, he will never be able to cure me. So next day he came and said, Doctor, I lost my memory. Really, I forgot my name, I forgot my address, I forgot everything. Oh, really? Yes, that you cannot cure. I forgot. I also forget 3 things usually, I forget names, I forget telephone numbers, and third thing I forgot anyway. So this guy forgot. And the doctor, okay, no problem, sit down. We'll try to cure that also. Amnesia, memory loss. Excuse me, bring me bottle number 20. That's petrol. Oh, you remember, right? So very good. Okay, what to do? So, and then next day, I'll take advantage, And then next day, definitely, they will not be able to cure. And this guy come again, I have to get something from these people. They cheated me. So he comes, doctor, I got my eyesight. Cannot see anything, doctor, can you cure my eyes? Doctor said, we are not eye specialists here. We cannot cure. Then you have to give me 500 rupees. So doctor said, all right, what to do? We have to. So doctor, sit down. Can you see something? No, cannot see anything. Give me 500 rupees. So this doctor gives him 100 rupees. Okay, take. This is 100 rupees. Oh, you can see, huh? Okay, very good. Now you saw. So we are very selfish. We really want something for ourselves. But spiritual life is not something about us. It's about giving. Giving hand will never be empty. And when we associating with devotees, this is very, very dangerous actually. It's very beneficial, but at the same time, compared with a fire. Fire can give light and warmth, but at the same time, it can burn to ashes. And I was thinking to speak with you a few words about the Vaishnava Paradha. I was going through this research a little bit. And it's pretty scary, I tell you. Actually, if you don't know how to act with a knife, you can cut yourself, like blade. And what is that Vaishnava Paradha actually? This Hatimata is called Hatimata. And can come to your garden and smash everything instantly. So I will not tell you, you can, actually this book today, it's just not for sale, it's just for donation. Really. There's no dam, there's no price. But you can just take that book. We have very limited copies, only just maybe 1-2 boxes. First came, first served. So please kindly, you can just get your copy. But don't kill each other, because this is, you can take that. There's really, really very many examples are there from different scriptures, different acharyas, how to avoid this. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Yadi Vaishnava Paradha Uthe Hatimata Upadeva Chinde Tara Sukhi Yarapata. If the devotee commits an offense at the feet of Vaishnava while cultivating the creeper of devotional service in material world, his offense is compared to a mad elephant that uproots the creeper and breaks it. In this way, the leaves of the creeper are dried up. So when we are in community, common unity, so we have to be very careful about several aparadhas. I will give you some hints only, just to create the awareness. This is how important it is. And what is the symptoms? I was speaking with some devotees. Okay, let's go, sadhu sangha. No, we have more important things to do. Like that. And by chance, I will not ask you many questions. Did you ever felt like, these people, I just don't want to be with them, or you're getting frustrated, start to dislike some Vaishnavas in community? The devotees keeps us on distance. Devotees keeping us far away. I was telling one devotee, we have to live life in such a way, when you're coming, people have to laugh, and when you're leaving, people have to cry, not otherwise. When you're coming, people crying, when you're leaving, thanks. Happens also sometimes. We want to distance ourselves and limit communication with them. And we have seen this quite a few times, when people after some time just simply leaving, they don't want anything to do with certain communities. Some uncontrolled material wishes and apathy and the strength, and we feel losing enthusiasm in spiritual life in the beginning. Utsahamai, we know this anartha nivriti. So we want our trust to Guru and Shri Krishna and devotees disappear, and we lose the taste to chant holy names. This is a few of symptoms, like check up. We can check our sadhana suffers. We stop to lose enthusiasm to wake up, to lose a wish to serve and undertake responsibility for Srila Prabhupada's mission. Very, very common thing. I will share, in our community, I traveled all over the world for the last 40 years, and I was staying in many, many communities, Buddhist communities, Christian communities, Amishes. Have you heard Amishes in Pennsylvania? And the Amishes. Amish, yes, There's a very nice film on the side of the road. Don't tell to GBCs that I told you this. So it's called Grace of Amishes. Amish Grace. Nice movie, real story. How community of Amishes leaders, GBC of Amishes, reacted when one murderer killed all their Gurukuli kids. And I went to that community actually in America, and I spoke with those people, and I stayed in that community. Amazing actually, amazing. How they reacted, how they didn't allow their hearts to be polluted with anger and envy, and they happened to pass the exam, very difficult. Greatness of the man can be understood by how much you're able to tolerate provocating situation. Today we were discussing, it's nice to be good and nice, when sun's shining and prasadam in time, but what about when the war is there, Ukraine, Russia? Kamjor? And to remain human being that time, very difficult. When women raped and killed, when houses destroyed and temple closed, and they just struggling. And I was so proud to hear that how devotees from London were helping Ukrainian devotees. And so much fight going on the basis of geopolitics is nonsense. So very difficult to remain. And we divided our community. Of course, I collected so many wise points from different communities. We created our constitution, nice points, and all our leaders, we agree on that, sign, and we decided the rules we're going to play together for the rest of our life. And also we divided our community into 5 categories. Missionary, I'm just simply mentioning that, I'm not going in deep. Missionaries, well-wishers, friends, visitors, and guests. So those who are taking responsibility, seniority understood by the amount of responsibility we are taking. And we found, after analyzing all community, we found that big percentage of devotees in our community, senior devotees, 10 times initiated, triple Bhakti Shastri, double Bhakti Vaibhava, they're in the category of guests. Just guests. They coming in a blue moon and Janmashtami giving 10 pounds donations, and they giving advice. You have to do like this, like that. Wait. First you take responsibility, then we will listen to your advice. Because too many cooks spoil the broth. So very important to make, as they say in Hindi, dudh ka dudh, pani ka pani. So this is the understanding. And Vaishnavera thani yare haya aparadha Krishna kripa hoilo tare prema baddha. If offense committed against the Vaishnava, then in spite of Krishna's mercy, path of prema, love of God, is blocked. We don't want, to win the battle, but to lose the war, right? So Krishna also explains, if person commits offense at the lotus feet of Vaishnava, and even though the offender may receive Lord Krishna's mercy, he's still barred from attaining love of God, prema. Srila Prabhupada said in commentary in Srimad Bhagavatam, he says, as much as association with pure devotees awakens one's attachment for Krishna, offending the lotus feet of pure devotee can diminish it. You see? Simply put, association with pure devotees awakens one's attachment for Krishna. But if one offends the lotus feet of devotee, the reflected or transcendental attachment may disappear. This process resembles the waning of the full moon, which gradually becomes smaller until it disappears completely. Therefore, one should be very careful in dealing with pure devotees, trying to avoid any offense at their lotus feet. So it's very also interesting what Shukadeva Goswami tells to Parikshit Maharaj, what we can lose if we are associating with devotees. When we're coming too close, familiarity brings contempt, isn't it? I call it respectful distance. Every person has different distance. When you come in too close and you start to see faults, it means we cross the red line. We have to distance ourselves to the distance from where we should not see the faults. It also works in family life. I've seen many families, husband and wife, before the marriage, they're showing the best side, some super pooper, but when they got married, no secrets, upar niche age piche, everything clear. People start to take for granted. So we have to respect each other. Like that. And if you're not respecting, ayu shriyam yashodharmam lokah ashisha evacha hanti shriyam si sarvani pumso mahat atikramaha. When a person mistreats great souls, his lifespan, opulence, reputation, religion, possession, and good fortune are destroyed. And we can see in that book, you can see many examples of Rupa Kaviraj and others. Instantly, we can lose everything. And this is, guys, board of directors waiting for us. Shnik, shnik, hiri, hiri, brum, brum. I was giving this example in Bhaktivedanta manner. So check it. Shnik, shnik, this is shnik, this is hiri, this is brum. So we have to be very careful. And not only those who are criticizing Vaishnavas, are guilty, but also those who are listening to the criticism. This is a very famous photo. I am not criticizing, I am actually presenting the facts, Prabhu. Dandavad.com, presenting the facts. We have to be very careful. See? So therefore, anyone who fails immediately leave the place and where he hears the criticisms of Supreme Lord or his faithful devotee will suddenly fall down bereft of his pious credit. So diving into the shortcomings, also dosha drishti, also offense. And I can tell you the 12 possible offenses we can commit. And then I'll give you an example. When we are trying to become free from all these negativities and helping each other to uplift each other. When when tide is there and when ships and small boats and some, whatever, submarines, whatever it may be size, small, whatever size you may be, ABC or BBC or GBC, whatever small zero hero, when we are all parked in the same port, when tide comes, everybody lifted. When Kirtan is there, I have seen new people, those who came and senior devotees, Prabhupada disciples, everybody uplifted. Like that. And types of Vaishnava Aparadha, there are 6 reasons why people becoming residents of hell. It is explained, Skanda Purana. First one, who kills or beats Vaishnava. Oh, no, Prabhuji, we know philosophy, we never fighting. Hey, I'll tell you so many examples. Really, I don't have much time. People, they're smashing, breaking the noses. Vaishnavas we are talking about, right? And insult Vaishnava and has hostile feelings toward a Vaishnava, does not show respect to Vaishnava, angry at Vaishnava, and does not feel jubilant at the sight of Vaishnava. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Finished. You already complicated yourself. So criticize Vaishnava for his low birth. Criticize him for his past mistakes. Right? Criticize for accidentally falling. And criticize for shortcomings which have already been corrected. Very often we are dreaming in the past. Oh, this devotee fall down. That's okay. But it's already like 20 years ago. Now he is fully book distributor, preaching in Harinams. Why are you looking back? So this is very, very important. Sometimes people dwelling. And there are 12 reasons why we can offend the Vaishnavas according to scriptures. To judge Vaishnava bhakti by birth. To judge bhakti by his body. Sometimes they're disabled or sometimes they're not beautiful. By age. Just because you're old doesn't mean that you have bhakti or vice versa. Prahlad Maharaj was small kid. And he's Ugra Jati. I'm from Rakshas family. Happens actually in Nepal. People so caste-minded. Oh, he's people low caste. Oh, this big caste. At the same time, they're coming, listening my lecture and, asking blessings. And I am telling sometimes to the ministers and big brahmanas in Nepal, hey, I am Mlecha. I came from the family. My father was smoking and drinking, by the way. And what we have done, I've been everywhere, I've seen everything. You people, you were born Indian, by the way, not Nepalese, Indian also. You have names, Keshav, Narayan, Gopal, Govinda, but nowadays their names, Pinky, Minky, Bullu, Pullu, Gullu, Dullu. Useless. So, Bhakti ashram belong to, what ashram? Oh, he is not sannyasi, he is brahmachari. Oh, a pure devotee. And somebody grihastha, fallen grihastha. Why? Naham viprona charanapati. By physical defects, by position, he occupies, by service, he does, and where he lives, oh, he is not living in temple. And also, by family ties, right, by shortcomings of devotee, and we judge by dirty work, oh, he is working as a taxi driver. Jayananda Prabhu was working as a taxi driver to maintain the temple. And by pure habits. Sometimes devotees still we have remaining. In Russian language I wrote one poem. Я знаю, что не готов, но долг прогоняет грусть. Метла выметает дом, хоть веник грязный пусть. I know that I am not ready, but broom does this business. Sense of duty pushing me forward. I know that I am not pure, but like broom. Broom is dirty, but room is clean. broom did its job. It's cleaned the room. Though broom may be dirty, but the room is clean. So that's why bhalo na bhalo matra seva kori. So that's what Gauranga Prabhu was telling. Dhruva was not pure in the beginning, but because he accepted the order of Guru Devat order, then only one touch of conch of Vishnu, done. So therefore, His Holiness Siddhartha Swami said, it is not we are so merciful when we serve Vaishnavas, but Vaishnavas who are so merciful that they kindly allowing us to serve them. We have to twist the understanding. So, and we see this example of Varadaraj, Kanchipurnam. How many of you know this story? When he was speaking with Varadaraj, who appeared from the fire in Kanchipurnam. I went there, and he was doing chamara service to Varadaraj directly, and he was speaking to him, Kanchipurna, one of the gurus of Ramanujacharya. And one devotee came and asked him, can you ask Krishna, since you're talking to him, can you imagine the level, talking to Krishna? Krishna, ask him, is it my last life? Can I go back to Godhead? Kanchipurna said, okay, I will ask him, no problem. Krishna, this guy came, and this devotee was assisting Kanchipurnam in service, paraphernalia, flowers, and Kanchipurnam asked, being obliged, okay, Krishna, this guy who helping me, will he go back to Godhead? So Varadaraj told him, yeah, he's going back to Godhead. Then Kanchipurnam became transcendentally envious. Oh, why don't I ask about myself also? I'm asking about others. Krishna, what about me? Will I go? No, you're not going. He's going, you're not. Why? Because you're directly serving me, and he's serving you. He's a servant of the servant. So those who are saying they are my servants, they're not my servants. But those who are servants of my servants, they only go back to God. Oh, really? He dropped chamara and he went to... immediately, okay, I am not serving you anymore. He went to Shirangam and started to serve Vaishnavas. After 6 months, came back and asked, so now I am going? Now you're going. Because service of Vaishnavas, not fighting like this. We don't have sound, huh? But anyway... Look at this. This is a senior devotees management now meeting. Because we have so many children, so I have to. My way or highway. I did double Bhakti Shastri and I did Bhakti Vaibhava. Samjha? I know 10,000 shlokas and I know 10,108. This is congregation behind new devotees. Okay. This is one temple and this is another temple. There is also congregation. What to do? So, okay, try, but don't cry. If there is no respect. New devotee is also very intelligent. Dukh mein sumiran sab kare, sukh mein kare na koi. So, immediately they became so friendly. Senior devotee becoming so friendly, hugging each other. But it's too late already. So now, but interesting enough, history repeats itself. Saying what goes around comes around. So now, same story 50 years down the road in ISKCON. Now, new generation. So what's the solution? Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. We have to be humble. So, this is a solution. And I have still 1 more minute. So, 5 A's, available, attentive, appreciate each other. Then acceptance. We have to accept people as they are. We just don't expect too much from them. Right? Like Prabhupada, he accepted hippies, drug addicts and whatnot. This guy who gives this paper, toilet paper. Okay, that's all right. And then apology. Sometimes we have to say sorry. Because sometimes to say sorry doesn't mean that I'm wrong. Maybe it's not my fault, but sometimes to say sorry means my relationship with you more important for me than to me be right. No, sometimes I always say, sometimes to be right is not right. Sometimes a relationship more important than just to be right. And I have this is a government of Nepal gave me the highest award of the country, like Padma Shri, Jana Seva Shri. And they were saying, well, when somebody will tell me, okay, I was just sharing with Pranabandha Prabhu and with devotees. Like in 2002 I came, king was killed and just so many things happens and it's new language. I was always meditating. Yesterday I was re-enjoying the movie of Yadubar Prabhu and Vishakha Mataji. Fantastic. And that was a role model for me. I was always meditating. I happened to be commando officer before in Soviet army. Professionally trained, 6 years, commando. And then here we are in the bad sheets, what's going on? But I was always thinking, how come old man, no language, no friends, no money, nothing, sitting under this Tompin Square Park. I went to Tompin Square Park, I took my accordion, I sit down on the same tree, and I wanted to experience what Prabhupada felt. And the same drug addict people lying down, marijuana smell everywhere, stuff. And that's a separate story. It was such a fun. For half an hour I did Kirtan, some drunkards came, and guys kissing came, whatever. But I was thinking, oh, what Prabhupada must be feeling those days. And same thing when I took that as a meditation. I went to Nepal, different country, different language, war going on, not Vietnam War, Maoist war. So, and I was thinking, this is a principle. If I have to help anyone on my life journey, let me do it immediately because I will not pass this point again twice. On our journey, if you have to help, Shubhasi Sigram, do it right now because you're not going to pass it twice. And if those days, somebody will tell me, time will come, you're going to have hundreds of, thousands of devotees and so many centers and you go gurukulas and you have more than 500 cows and government will give you high award and forget it. I couldn't even speak one line in Nepali, what to speak about others. I would not believe. But it's explained, when we're creating the family, home of love and devotion. We started 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128 to 56 and now it's like, I don't even know, so many people coming. A few days ago we had, actually 14 April is New Year of Nepal. Ministers, film stars, president of country came for blessings. Who? That's what Prahlad Maharaj says. Brahma daya suragana munayocha siddhaha satvai katanagatayo vacha sampravahaihi naraditum guru gunair adunapi pipruhu kim toshum arhasi same harir ugra jate. I am from Rakshas family, my dear Lord Nrsimhadev. Brahma, Shiva, Suragana, all the demigods, Munayocha, Siddhaha, all the rishis, you never came to give blessings to them. But I am my father Hiranyakashipu. He was drinking Ruslan vodka, he was just what not. And I am his son, by the way. And you came and put me on your lap and give blessings. And because we have to learn how to speak the language of love. That's what actually working. You see? And Hold is a place where we can be happy in heart. Hold is a place where we will be with friends forever, not for 2-3 years, lifetime. It was the time I was traveling somewhere, now I am traveling to somebody. I came to London not because I just get 20 pounds donation here. It's not the story. I came because we have Pranabandhu Prabhu, we have Gauranga Prabhu, we have wonderful my friends here. Because we have been everywhere and I've seen everything already. Upar niche, aage piche, I've been everywhere. But we have to be with friends forever. We can be realized. We can get knowledge deep as eternity. We can be self-sheltered. We can be kind to everyone. We can get our better far half. That's the home of love and devotion, which Prabhupada created where all world can live. We can express our compassion. Every day in Nepal, we are feeding more than 10,000 children. From temple, we have big kitchen, and we're feeding more than 10,000 kitchen. And we have festivals and fun, we have dramas, literally every Sunday we have fun and then we can be entertained. We have to be valued. We have to appreciate others for whatever little they did. And we can be at home of love and devotion. So that's what we want. And I tell you one last, I can tell you, last realization I'll share with you. I'll take 5 more minutes from you. This is, our life is our lecture. So sometimes I'm looking back and thinking, man, Krishna is just miracle. It's miracle. One yogi came to Srila Prabhupada and told him, Swamiji, he just started to make some tricks and magic. And he, boom, one apple. Boom, Swamiji, can you manifest apple like I did? Just boom. I went to Las Vegas last year, and this is called David Copperfield. You know this guy? Very famous magician. I met this guy. So he's just making magics, and what's the big deal? I was not impressed. He was manifesting people, manifesting cars in front of me. So this guy came and showed in front of Prabhupada one apple. Boom, Swamiji, can you manifest one apple like me? Show me your magic. And Srila Prabhupada was very grave. So, I came to United America States alone, 1965. I didn't have money, no friends. I sit down under the tree, Prabhupada said, and in 10 years, I opened 108 temples. And each and every temple has beautiful deity. And in each and every temple, we have kitchen. And in each and every kitchen, we have big refrigerator. And inside that, so many apples are there. Each and every temple has refrigerator. And so many apples are there. What's your apple will do? That's the magic. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, this is the... and when my mom, my mom, when she came, she kicked me out from the house. You rascal. You an army commando now with bed sheets, nonsense. I'm feeling ashamed of you. Get out from here. In 1990, I joined. She said, you crazy. I said, Mom, have you been ever ashamed of me, please? Because we have 2 excellency diploma. One Moscow University, one is Commando Academy. No, I was proud of you, but now I cannot see it. She's Pakka Christian. So I said, get out, don't come home, because neighbors laughing at us. Because of you. I said, Mom, I'm leaving, but I promise you, you will never been ashamed, and Prabhupada gave me such a teachings which will never make you ashamed in future. I will not make you ashamed in future. This much I can promise you. And when I left, actually, for 27 years, I never came back. But because of war, my mother Ukrainian, my father Russian, and I'm Nagharka Naghatka, so I'm Indian now. So, but because war started, we have to have some compassion. Whatever it is, I said, Mom, you know what? I cannot see that ballistic missile falling on your head. And can you come to India? Give me some chance to do some putra dharma. I can do some responsibility. And she's business lady. Okay, I'm coming. 0 English, 0. So I said, okay, no problem. But I don't know language. I said, don't worry. And when she came, first thing I took her to Haridwar, Rishikesh, and I put her inside the water in Ganga. And I told her, unless you learn Mahamantra, I will not let you out from the water. And then, Rama, Rama, Krishna. Here I am controlling situation. Rama, Rama, Krishna, Hari, Rama, Rama. So half an hour, 25 minutes, she learned Mahamantra. And I taught her 3 mantras. One is Hare Krishna Mahamantra, another one, He Patita Pavana Gauranga Nityananda, He Patita Pavana, like mechanic, like robot. He Patita, what does it mean? Doesn't matter, just keep He Patita Pavana Gaur. And if I have to say thank you, bye-bye, I want to eat, what should I say? I said, you say Haribol. And she actually did that. She coming to the temple, saying, hey, Haribol, Prabhu, Haribol, 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 Haribol. So, and she learned it to say so nicely that everybody were asking me, hey, Patri Prabhu, she is proper disciple, right? So, because she was speaking very purely, Haribol, with such a confidence, And when, that's when I saw Prabhupada's movie, so it's give me inspiration. This is me 40 years ago. I was with my machine gun. Now I have 108 bullets. And then now we have cows, and we have traveling all over the country, creating centers. We have more than 60 centers now. We're opening hospitals now also. Gurukulas, of course, and from village to village. When my mom came, I took her, of course, Brindavan, Mayapur, Jagannath Puri, everywhere. And then I brought her to Nepal, ultimately. And in Nepal, because government kind of already was me together, so I arranged very VVIP reception. And when Indian and Hindu people, oh, Guru Mata, for them this is just like. So, when she came to airport, red carpet, army, some security, VIP ministry entrance, and she's just going, big eyes like Jagannath. Because she never got such reception. And then, all people putting garlands like this, like so many, 2, 3, 5 garlands. And then president of country, Vidya Bandari, she was lady actually, she came and give gift to her. And you just like, we walking together and she looking at me and said, son, who are you? And I said, Mom, I'm your son, actually. You see, I told you, you'll never be ashamed, right? So I'm your son. And she just didn't know how to react. Just looking. And when she came to temple, she was doing arati, Hey patita pavana gaura, and looking at me. Correct. How is you are Hindu pop. You tell me how to Hindu pop. Because she's Christian. So I said, Chan Hare Krishna and Hey patita pavana, like that. And she was moving, and I was surprised actually. She was offering. And when she arrived to temple of Kathmandu, all our disciples, students, and disciples of many spiritual masters, and their parents came giving garlands. She thought, wow, I thought I have only one son. Now I have hundreds of sons and hundreds of daughters I have. What a family. And she was offering, Hey Patita Pavana Gauranga Nityananda. And I was looking at her, and I'm looking at Krishna. I said, Krishna, this lady kicked me out from house, 27 years ago. And I couldn't believe. What? Whenever I used to come home, she never let me inside the house. And then she said, oh, I bless everyone. He goes, I bless you guys, everybody come, I bless you. She's so like that. Because, but then, you see, and then when, of course, after a few months, after 5 months, she got cancer. Just to complete the story, she got the cancer, and I put her in the best hospital there. We have in Chitwan, my friends, they have hospital, cancer hospital, full speed. Our Mataji is serving her. Even I couldn't have been possibly served her as our Matajis did, and some film stars used to come and comb her hair and whatever ladies they can do. I have some top film stars ladies there in Nepal. They were serving my mom, and she was like, wow, people, they're serving so nicely, like my daughter only. And after 2 months, she was bedridden, she could not stand up. I said, Mom, what to do now? And she told me, take me to Vrindavan. I like your Krishna. Okay, take me to Vrindavan. I said, but you cannot walk anymore. I said, well, don't worry, we can manage something. So I requested my friends, they provided helicopter for me. We can have last ride on helicopter to Vrindavan. So I brought you to Vrindavan by helicopter. I am commando officer, Mom. I can bring you to Vrindavan. What a ride, huh? Let's have. But I never had helicopter ride. We can have every experience in life. Come on. So we had such a nice ride. And when we came to Vrindavan, wow. Next morning she told me, Krishna came to me and told me after 2 days he will take me. What? We don't have time. So I took her by ambulance to Yamuna. We did Arati. And then I took her to temples, darshans. And then after 2 days in the hospice, Bhaktivedanta hospice, we had a room. And I read all Bhagavad Gita on Dhritarashtra Vacha, Dharmakshate, Kurukshetre, Mavida Savita, etc. And then Sarvadharma Parityajama, Yatha Yogeshwara Krishna, Shitirin Tirima, boom. And after some minutes, she left the body. And I was thinking, and then she was telling, this is the message to everyone. You have to send a message to all world. She was saying that. Oops. Mm-hmm. Everybody chant holy name. Hold your hands. Dance together like this crazy young people dancing.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Haribo.
Haribo. So, this is family. No shlokas, no Sanskrit, forget it. when people have to learn how to speak language of love, that's it. And if we just simply human beings, we know people feel it. And they're saying, we'll be in Goloka together, guys, you know.
На Галоке будем
Na Galoki, we'll meet in Galoka, beta. So, together we can hold. We can stand for the truth. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So, please forgive me, I took a little bit extra minutes.